Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, Legit Boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Is available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Little notify bell next to it on YouTube. Make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available. Wow, that is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Sure.
That is really cool. Do they have the others?
I don't know.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers there. $5, you get access to a bonus show.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Sometimes it's Monday through Thursday and then Saturday. But you get 5 of them a week.
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
Including
that's a certainty.
On every either Friday or Saturday, depending on when we shoot it. A new Ask Steven Larson. No wrestling talk whatsoever.
None.
Just questions to Steven Larson. Oh wow, those are cool. And then we've got on Tuesdays, we've got Truth Exposed, where we try to debunk or yay bunk the mysteries, conspiracies, the creatures.
What is the opposite of debunk? Prove? Oh, there's no
validate
opposite of debunk that has the word bunk in it.
I know. Well, I mean, if debunk shouldn't it just be bunk, where we go out and we bunk things?
I don't think that's true, but I'll give it a look.
I mean, if you're bunk, isn't bunk like another word for garbage? And well, not the bed. Not the bed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's bunk. That means it's crap.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Right. So if you de-nonsense it, aren't you just validating it?
But debunking, proving that it is nonsense. That's confusing. English is a very difficult language.
Yeah, it really is. I don't even get it. Anyways, man, it's too early for this.
I know, and I don't feel that.
Daylight savings time. You're talking about bunk.
Yeah, that's bunk.
Daylight savings time is supreme.
Like when we were wrapping up the stream last night and starting to do our recap, I just I've been dealing with something the last few days, and I just started feeling super congested.
I got you sick, but then I'm feeling better.
No, well, I had something else already going through my house.
Oh
anyway,
no.
So if it wasn't you, it was that.
Yeah.
So don't feel responsible for it.
All right.
Don't be proud that you made me sick, because I know you would be.
That's good.
Anyways,
yeah.
I apologize for my tone, my voice, and my general congested nature. I apologize. You have to hear this a lot.
It's okay. Don't do it more than you have to. Oh,
I may have to step aside.
You clear it out.
Yeah, evacuate.
And you get a humidifier in here.
We do.
Yeah, man. Anyways, so yeah, daylight saving time. Screw you. Are we getting rid of that? Is this state getting rid of that?
I don't know. Did we at some point, whether it's California or as a nation, like change the dates of it though? I feel like the dates changed.
I can't believe that last night on the Fastlane recap. Hey, look at me real quick. I'm just gonna do this real quick. You got a big old hair right there. Whose hair is that, bro?
Definitely not mine.
Who are you going to this morning? I did not remember that Shane fought Undertaker. That baffled me.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like that's when Shane came back.
Yeah. It still boggles my mind. Sometimes I think I'm just like shifting back and forth through alternate universes where like maybe cooler stuff happens. And then I get to this bunk ass universe. Everything's crap.
I don't know. Anyways, you answered my question. Did it at some point they change the dates of daylight savings time? It was completely arbitrary creation.
That I don't remember.
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Not in my original universe, but in this one, anything goes.
Joe Juarez says Arizona is the only state that did not recognize daylight savings.
Good for them. Yeah, I remember that. I remember we had a layover in Phoenix once, you and I. And I was like, wait, what time is it here? And you were like, it's this time. And I was like, dang it.
Half the year, they're the same time as California. The rest of the year, they're an hour ahead.
Yeah.
Because they're in mountain time.
Boo earns. So, yeah. I don't know what it means when we get rid of daylight savings time if we're going to do that.
It's a completely man-made construct.
You want to talk about Harlem Heat really quick?
Hell yes!
Because that sort of broke right before we went
live.
Right?
Man, this is super exciting. I love myself some Harlem Heat. I still do. We love watching some Stevie Ray shoot interviews. He's one of the best shoot interview.
He is.
He's
like
great.
In the look, I know that everybody loves Simon Gotch, Barry's Enzo Amore. That's the top recommended wrestling YouTube video. Maybe ever. It's that and those dudes over at Cultaholic. Every WWE champion rank. That's getting up there. That's got like 1 million views. That's highly recommended.
That's a long video too.
Yeah, it's good. Good money for those guys.
Definitely.
They deserve it.
They deserve every cent. Yes.
But don't snooze on the Stevie Ray shoot interview.
Watch them.
His recollection of him and Booker T in their early days in WCW is so great because they were new. They were basically new kids on the block, but they were getting pushed pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so his fly on the wall, they
so
didn't seem to get mixed up in the politics and stuff. They were just there to do their job. But to see all the madness of WCW.
Yeah, there's a particular one pretty early on in their career, I believe, where whenever Ric Flair had control of the book, where he told the story about Macho Man getting upset with Ric Flair because Macho Man thought Flair was burying his finish. And it's great. It's fantastic. And the one about John Tenta getting bad, that's good too.
Oh, man, it's great. And he's such a great storyteller.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
he's
for
fantastic.
his shoot interviews alone, he should be added to the Hall of Fame.
Not to
he's
mention,
going in with
Harlem Heat. But, Harlem Heat's one of the most decorated tag teams of all time. When I started watching wrestling again in the mid-'90s, instantly.
Is Booker already in?
Yeah. So
wow, another
Booker
two-timer.
Two-time.
I love it.
Two-time Hall of Famer.
I love it.
One of the acts, so to say, that I instantly gravitated to when I started watching wrestling again in the mid-'90s, started watching WCW, was Harlem Heat.
Yeah.
Because they were awesome.
Yeah.
And so I'm super excited they're going in to the Hall of Fame. Because this was announced right before we were about to go live. Harlem Heat going to be in the Hall of Fame this year. WWE.com issued a press release which stated, quote, Booker T and Stevie Ray were one of the most dominant tag teams of the 90s, steamrolling over the competition. WCW become tag team champions on 10 occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Now the brothers will be immortalized in sports entertainment history. Booker T and Stevie Ray arrived in WCW in the summer of 1993, bringing a streetwise, in-your-face attitude to the squared circle. They stared directly into your camera on their way to the ring, warning fans at home when they are about to bust some heads. This is all directly from the press release. When they stepped between the ropes. By 1997, the two brothers went their separate ways, Stevie going on to become a trusted member of the infamous NWO.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mention his phase when he employed the blackjack to win matches.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. While Booker became a breakout single star, though the brothers never competed as a team inside the WWE ring. I don't think Stevie Ray ever went to WWE, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
That's a bummer. There's no denying their pure dominance of tag team wrestling during the Monday Night War.
Man, you know what
I'm not done yet, and that's why Harlem Heat is being inducted into the WWE.
If you say that's a bummer, talk about a legend who didn't need WWE.
It's true.
Stevie Ray,
He went from WCW directly to being one of the best shoot interview subjects on the entire planet.
Didn't need it.
Nope.
The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, they need to look at, if they want to not go to WWE ever, they need to look at Stevie Ray.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love it,
I'm super excited for this.
So, according
Harlem
to
Heat
this,
were the best.
According to this, Prop 7, which was approved by 60% of voters here in November. I forget how I voted on that. Did you vote to get rid of
that?
Daylight
Was a
Savings
low
Time?
priority one for me.
Me too, which is why I forget why I did
Yeah.
it. I think I voted against it because I was like, number one, I don't care, and any change is going to cost money, so I don't really care.
It wasn't that huge of a deal.
But then the arguments for it, I forget. Anyways, so it's got two things: governor needs to sign it, which I don't know how Newsom feels about that.
Well, I mean, if it passed, why does he have to sign it? That's the whole thing about propositions and referendums.
Big deal, man. It's been around since 1949. And then apparently we have to get the approval of the federal GD government, man. Majority vote in Congress. So hopefully they'll be kind to California and I won't have to deal with this crap anymore. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Daylight savings time extended. I thought they changed the dates.
When was that? 2005?
Yeah, 2007 they started doing it.
Yeah.
See, I did imagine that. Sometimes I think I remember things that never happened.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
No, it's because my memory sucks.
I know. Dude, I didn't remember Shane versus Undertaker.
That's something else, man.
Didn't know what happened.
That's like a blackout. You just...
Even in my head, like, I remember the Vince McMahon, bitch. I remember him telling that to the
spawned
Undertaker.
the whole draw four.
Boy, that
joke.
That was a long time ago.
It was.
Gee, that spawned the draw 4 joke?
That whole storyline, yeah.
Oh, my God. We've cycled through so
Legacy, all that.
Yeah.
That was all from that
That was
feud.
all Shane?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Wow. Shane, draw 4. Yeah, I kind of remember that. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
In my mind, we never did this show from my office at home. But that's where the majority of it, I
was
think.
only a year and a half old, huh?
Yes, it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, when are we going to hit 200,000 subscribers, man? Jeez.
Well, I mean, seemingly never.
We got to get on that.
Well, we're trying.
Anyways,
before we continue, Steve, let's take care of some business.
This New Japan Cup, man, I'm in the lead.
Did you find out if Lance Archer beat Will Ospreay? I know Lance Archer advanced, but I don't believe he beat Will Ospreay. But I could be incorrect.
Oh no, he beat Hanare. Their match is next. Archer versus Ospreay.
Gotcha. Somebody he came out and chokeslammed him in.
I only got one wrong.
Which one did you get wrong?
I got. Let's see here. Oh, did I call Hanma instead of Taichi?
No, the orange thing's next to.
This isn't mine. I'm not logged in.
Boy, that was a bad pick.
That might have been
a terrible pick on your part. You could have been perfect the first round.
I know I was so close.
Well, I mean, I got right, but I at least got that one right.
Did you even do the thing where you log in?
No.
Okay, well then what you did doesn't really matter. Yoshihashi? No, I definitely picked Yoshihashi.
Yeah.
I was clever enough to pick Chase Owens.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
No, I bet nobody did. That's probably why I'm in first place.
That's really surprising. I mean, Juice is the U.S. champ.
I really go with Hanma over Taichi?
Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe you meant to drag.
No, because here's the thing. I figured there's got to be, at some point, a freaking underdog like Chase Owens. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there wouldn't be two in the...
You wanted the 12 to beat the 5 seed is what you're saying.
Didn't realize it'd be a 50% underdog.
To use March Madness parlance.
Yeah. When is... Oh, yeah, that's coming up
soon. Pretty soon. Are you
going to do a bracket?
I don't think I did last year.
I don't know.
Pay attention to college basketball very much. I know Zion Williamson hasn't been playing because he hurt his knee.
Is he going to sit the rest of the time?
I
hope he does. Screw them, man. Pay those college kids. Give them money.
Well, I mean, for college basketball especially, just let them go to the NBA right out of high school if that's what they want to do.
Yeah. I don't know why more kids don't go to Europe, to be honest with you.
I don't know, probably risk of injury.
Yeah, maybe.
But I imagine, like Zion Williamson, he has an insurance
Are they
policy.
playing on like carpet? I did that before. I was in a league.
They played on the really short carpet?
Yeah. Busted ankles everywhere.
The traction might be pretty good on that. I don't really know.
It's actually pretty fun, to be honest with you. People yelled at me a lot, though.
But
I stopped playing.
The Zion Williamson has an insurance policy on
$8 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine anybody who plays overseas would do that, too.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I don't know. It depends. Maybe I got the competition level, but the competition level over in Europe is pretty good, so I don't know why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Hey, Larson. How's that hairline of yours doing up there? Is it starting its retreat yet? Any bald spots yet?
Well, Steve, it is easier to keep the hair you've got rather than replace what's already been lost. And if I'm looking to do something about this receding hairline, why would I try odd solutions when I can look to medicine and science? With forhims.com, you can get your hands on well-known generic equivalents to brand name prescriptions to help you keep your hair.
Larson, tell me.
What?
Will you have to waste your time anxiously sitting in a waiting room only to go in for an awkward doctor's visit to get your hands on some Hims?
No.
Oh.
With Hims, you get real doctors and medical-grade solutions to deal with hair loss. Just go to forhims.com, answer a few questions, and the doctor will look over your order, and bam! Products are shipped directly to your door. It is that easy.
And right now, Going In Raw listeners can get a trial months of Hims for only $5 right now while supplies last. Go to forhims.com/GIR. That's forhims.com/GIR. This would cost you hundreds if you went to a pharmacy or the doctor.
Again, we'd like to thank Hims for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to forhims.com/GIR.
Yeah. Do they have anything available for memory loss? Because both of us seem to be experiencing that.
That seems to be.
Or we might just be going through different universes, man. It's possible.
No, we're just getting old and
crazy universe we live in right here.
Failing us.
So yeah, let's talk about this because it's on the thumbnail. We should probably get into it.
Yeah, we should get into it.
Apparently, according to Cage Side Seats and Dave Meltzer, there's a possibility that this is going to present kind of a conundrum for us, that Saudi Arabia is going to let WWE have wrestling for women.
Let's read this whole quote from Cage Side Seats. Quote, there's a probably slight chance Saudi Arabia will allow women to wrestle at WWE shows there this year. That hope is part of why the company hasn't made plans for a 2019 Evolution event yet, according to the Wrestling Observer, as WWE would then hype that the kind of major breakthrough in all-women pay-per-view was last year.
Oh, so Cage Side Seats had the transcript.
No, I think the way I read it is the Observer.
Oh, okay.
Was reference to no Evolution event, but Cage Side Seats apparently has the scoop on this.
Okay, cool.
The way it's written, it could be interpreted a variety of ways.
Gotcha.
Regardless, it's kind of a bummer. It's seemingly a mutually exclusive thing. Mm-hmm. Like if the women can wrestle at Saudi Arabia, which would be great, it would at least show that WWE wasn't paying lip service to the idea that they were trying to make advances. in that department.
Evolution was a killer show.
It was the best main roster show of last year.
Probably, yeah.
And why you still can't have that celebration of women's wrestling on an annual basis.
Yeah.
If they can wrestle at Saudi Arabia, like, why can't we do both?
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of, I don't know why it has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
An either or proposition.
Yeah.
Why can't we do both?
Well, the bigger question
It
is...
just kind of reinforces the idea that Evolution was primarily a public relations move on WWE part.
Oh, I know. Yeah. The bigger question is if they do this quote-unquote groundbreaking event, which it's not really, because didn't like TNA have a thing in Saudi Arabia?
No, it wasn't Saudi Arabia. I don't think it was Saudi Arabia. But I think I remember reading, again, memory failing.
Oh, like
it was
Cirque
du
du Soleil.
had women performers in their shows in Saudi Arabia before, yeah.
But this is like apparently the government there is like, oh, well, this is more like a sport. But then Ronda Rousey just told me it's fake, so
yeah,
I didn't realize that. And then my friend Jesse on Twitter also explained to me what a work shoot is.
Yeah, but now you know.
So thank God for him.
Yeah, you've been informed.
Exactly. So are we would we cover it at that point, or would we still do book all Elite Wrestling for charity? My main problem with Saudi Arabia isn't necessarily the stuff about the women, although that is up there. It's the murdering of journalists that is sort of the bigger issue.
Yeah, there's several issues in play.
There's a bunch of them, but priority number one is murdering journalists. So
maybe, I don't know. That's something we have to just talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, because I do enjoy doing the charity streams in conjunction with these shows.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
I mean, that was the bigger thing for me. I mean, even if they had women on the show like last time, that's great. But your government apparently sanctioned the murder of a journalist, or sanctioned, or approved, greenlit, whatever.
Yeah, whatever the case was. And that's
So
that's
I don't know, man.
To say the least.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. I'll believe it when I see it, though.
Yeah, me too.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, in Cage Side Seats, it says it's probably pretty slight that's going to happen.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, one could hope that, again, for no other reason than, Triple H has said several times that they're trying to act as agents of change.
Yeah.
And while I don't put a whole lot of stock in that, how a wrestling company can effectively create change by putting on government-sanctioned shows in said country, if it pans out to the very least that they can get a couple women's matches on one of the shows this year, they're doing something.
Yeah.
If they can do that and stop obviously acting as a propaganda arm for the Saudi government,
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd
be a step forward for 2019. I mean, I think granted, I never watched Crown Jewel, but I didn't hear so much about any of the over-the-top propaganda stuff in that as opposed to Greatest Rumble.
Well, a lot of the propaganda stuff, I mean, granted, they had it during that first show, but it was like all in the lead up to, they would put together, like during Raw, they'd have all those little like, oh, look at this lovely city.
Yeah.
They're great. They're an agent of change. They're a change agent. And it was like, no, they're not. So, and then they stopped doing that for Crown. I mean, I don't even think during Crown Jewel again.
Oh, the lead up, especially after the Khashoggi murder, they didn't even mention Saudi Arabia in any of the video packages.
I'm not even sure for the show itself. Like during the broadcast, I don't know if they mentioned that they were in Saudi Arabia.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't recall either.
But yeah, I mean, there's also the element of, didn't Roman Reigns say he doesn't want to do?
Yeah, he said that's what. Yeah, Fightful
the report
said.
was.
Fightful said. That he, right before the show, but obviously before he got his cancer diagnosis, he said he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
which hats off to Roman.
Yeah, but at what point do all the everybody with some stroke in the company? I mentioned this before. At what point do the Saudi Arabia shows just to like, what if things get worse over there in Saudi? What if they do this again? And everybody who has some amount, especially with All Elite Wrestling out there, everybody with some amount of stroke of leverage, are like, I don't want to go to Saudi. I'm not going to do that. At what point are these Saudi Arabia shows just going to be loser locker room shows?
Well, they'll have Randy Orton. He didn't really seem to care.
Yeah, he didn't really seem to mind. So he'll be headlining all those.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
it's gonna be Randy Orton versus Dana Brooke.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but that's really what's the fulcrum? Where's the point where enough talent say, no, we don't want to do it, especially top of the card guys like, say, Seth or Roman or, Daniel Bryan and John Cena.
Yeah.
If enough of those men and women say, not going to do it, then, well, I guess women couldn't do it as it exists now, unfortunately. Enough of the men, I guess.
Women don't have the option to say, I don't want to do this.
Not. Enough of the, main event guys say, not going. At what point will they, they can't, it'll have to get to the point where they'll have to, as that one Sports Authority guy wanted, or was it the Prince himself, wanted them to raise the dead, bring back Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably, I have no idea. I don't know. I think it was a Sports Authority guy.
Yeah. Anyways, that'll be interesting. If enough wrestlers say, not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Because I certainly can't send, as you mentioned, loser locker room, mid-carders and below.
And there's only so many guys like Kurt Angle, as we're about to speak about. He's going to be retiring soon, although I guess, if they throw enough money at him, he'd probably be fine to come out and do a show here and there.
I mean, Triple H will probably do it every year.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's a company guy. He's literally the company.
Yeah.
No, but, that's the thing, though. It's like there's only so many part-timers they can wheel out of retirement and throw a bunch of money at.
I know.
I'm sure Shawn Michaels would maybe do another one.
No, he said he's not going to wrestle again.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he might do one.
Maybe.
He said he wasn't going to wrestle again before Crown Jewel, and he went and did it. So,
yeah.
And if it's a favor to, hey, listen, all I've got booked to the show right now is Kurt Hawkins versus Dana Brooke. And then Randy Orton said he might show up.
He says you show up to RKO somebody, but not do a full match.
Exactly. I need you, buddy.
Man, it's really easy to do Triple H voice when I'm sick like this.
And then, it's like a congested.
The
nasally. That's what it is, because he has a big nose. So, yeah. Let's talk about Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that's from Raja.com.
WWE looks to be taking immediate steps.
Quotes. Quote.
Direct quote. WWE looks to be taking immediate steps to phase out Kurt Angle as in-ring competitor, according to two Raja.com sources. It was originally believed that Angle was going to work some type of retirement match at WrestleMania, possibly against John Cena, but those plans don't appear to be taking place anymore. Angle's retirement is reportedly imminent. And this is just speculation on the Raja.com's part. But Monday's Raw emanates from Pittsburgh, PA, Angle's hometown. It's possible something related to Kurt's future will go down. What if he comes out and announces retirement and then Bautista, instead of doing the face-off with Triple H, just annihilates Kurt Angle,
possible.
Retires him that way.
In this Raja.com piece, they also mentioned that, I don't know if it's their belief or belief backstage, but they kind of handled Angle's retirement kind of backwards, like have him do a couple more matches, retirement match, general manager, do it that way rather than having bring him back as general manager.
Oh yeah,
and then having some matches and having a retirement match. And they also said in there that there's a possibility that he could transition to a agent role backstage.
Oh my God,
which would be fantastic. I know.
Love that. Yeah, that's not surprising. His entire return, which like everybody for like literally years and years was like, oh, Kurt Angle back in WWE, that'd be so cool, that'd be so cool. Then he came back, and it just was obviously creatively slapped together.
Oh yeah,
there was really not a lot going on. Then you hear stuff like, oh, well, they don't want him to come back, and to wrestling. He does want to come back to wrestling. He's getting in shape, and now they're cool with him wrestling. And then he had to do that Shield thing, and everybody loved it. But it's obviously he's obviously sort of a step slower in the ring.
Yes.
So his return really had been sort of, I don't know, held together by duct tape anyways.
Yeah.
He was booked to be like one of the worst GMs ever.
Yeah.
He was always so like out of, like everything was just sort of out of control in his own words. It was a runaway train. He just like run away and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
And that would suck if his retirement wasn't a WrestleMania. That's lame.
I know. If they made him go out on a Raw from Pittsburgh, his hometown, to say, yeah, I'm done. Like, if you want to set up the angle for Mania there, yeah, cool. But give him at least one more match. He deserves that.
Right.
He totally deserves that, man.
He's going to go out there and get interrupted by Elias or something. If they're going to do something lame, they're going to do something like he's going to have like a retirement ceremony on Raw, and then Baron Corbin's going to come out and literally pee on it.
Yeah, probably.
And then Roman will go and punch Baron. Like, Kurt Angle won't even, he'll just sort of fade away.
Yeah, I know. That'll be lame.
That is pretty lame.
That'd be super
and then
lame.
2 years from now, we'll hear that Kurt Angle wants back, and
And then
we'll do the whole thing.
He'll show up in All Elite because WWE will like, no, we want you to work a full schedule.
Yeah. So, see, we've already booked it out.
Yeah, we did.
It's already going to happen.
So hopefully they extend the proper amount of respect to Kurt Angle when he chooses to retire.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll probably just force him out the door. That seems to be what they do.
Yeah, right. He needs to be the new Mr. Grandpa to NXT. Shawn Michaels seems to be have taken on that role.
Yeah, he loves that role. He's Mr. NXT at this point.
He is
basically.
Mr. NXT. Get him on a takeover.
That'd be cool.
Him versus Gary. Have him in that fatal four-way that we made up.
There you go.
For that title now that Tommaso Ciampa had surgery.
That picture of him that he's got a neck brace on? He put some tape around the NXT title.
No, I didn't. That's funny. Is it on his Twitters?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go look at it.
Well, anyways, here. We got some business to take care of. Let's do that first.
Okay. Before we move on, here's a word from the sponsor of today's episode, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients to your door.
HelloFresh does all the planning, shopping, and prepping and makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes. Each meal takes about 30 minutes to prepare, and each call for less than 2 pots and pans. And since I don't like doing dishes, I'm all about that and the minimal cleanup.
You're so lazy. HelloFresh offers 3 meal plans to choose from, classic, veggie, or family, and you can switch between the options whenever you like. Get out of the recipe rut and start cooking outside your comfort zone by discovering new delicious recipes with HelloFresh.
We had a chance to try HelloFresh, and that's our favorite meal kit delivery service. The wide variety of recipes offered is impressive, and the food is fantastic, especially that the beef bulgogi bowls. You beef bulgogi?
Yes, I do.
Oh, so good. And right now, friendos can take advantage of HelloFresh's special offer. Get $80 off your first month by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80 and using promo code GoingInRaw80, all one word.
Yeah, you can get $20 off your first 4 boxes by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80 and entering promo code GoingInRaw80.
Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80 and using promo code GoingInRaw80. Again, all one word.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Ciampa. There he is. Look at that. Oh, look at that grumpy.
I know.
Look at that grumpy face.
They just put him in a soft collar. I essentially got that. Yeah. They put him in one of the hard ones.
He's got those.
Right out of surgery.
He's got very strong neck muscles.
Anyways, so it's a sad day here at Going In Raw because I think the time is time for me to come to stop doing.
And now
Mode.
The time is so you're like Kurt Angle. You're going out with a whimper also, man.
Guess so.
So yeah, Brie mode deactivated. Brie mode. I'm sorry, Brie broke the news last night. This is from Diva Dirt and Fightful. Broke the news last night in Total Bellas. She said, here's the thing, because we ain't covering Total Bellas, so we got to get our info from Diva Dirt and Fightful to let us know what happened on Total Bellas.
Yeah, these transcripts courtesy, as you mentioned, Diva Dirt and Fightful.
She's done as a wrestler, so I decided after Evolution I'm going to be fully retired, fully done, and that Bryan, that's Daniel Bryan.
Brian Danielson.
Or Bryan Danielson.
His real name, in case you didn't know.
And I are looking.
Wrestling's not real, Steve. Did you know that?
I just found out a couple days ago. Jesse and Rhonda, my best friends now, and I are looking for a house in Phoenix because we're moving back. Man, even if they get like a Phoenix, I wonder how expensive houses there are. If they get like a good $300,000 house, they'll be sitting on so much money. That's a good retirement
until the real estate market collapses again. I think they were living in San Diego. I'm guessing San Diego.
That's pricey.
Way more expensive.
Oh, they can get a lot more square footage in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nikki commented on her sister's retirement. Saying,
can I do this one also?
Sure.
I'm a bit shocked right now hearing Bree say that she's going to retire and move to Phoenix. She has like sort of a dullard voice. I'm a bit shocked now. Like, talk about dropping 2 huge bombs. I guess retirement, I always thought that I'd be something Bree and I would talk about together. I just did not expect this big change after such an incredible comeback. I turned into Elliot's dumb person voice.
Rude.
Oh, man. Anyways.
Anywho.
So, bummer that Bree's gone.
You know, her last run wasn't that smooth.
I love when people defend the crowd. They like, there's always a backlash to a backlash. Like, oh, the Bellas are back. Nobody really wants them. And then there's the backlash to that. Actually, they were great for the industry and did many wonderful things. Yeah, they're great. They're good.
I mean, they managed to
They have their fans.
yeah,
so that's cool.
and you know, whether their greatest success is in the wrestling ring or not, they're incredibly successful businesswomen.
Oh, for sure.
At this point,
Absolutely.
and they use wrestling as a springboard to create their
Yeah.
own businesses, and they're executive producers of their own reality show.
Yeah.
Enormously successful.
Are they still going to be on? Wasn't there?
No, they're
things
not
that-
Total Divas anymore. This will be a Total
Right.
Bellas. This will be their own thing now.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Are ratings way up for them?
I don't know.
No, I think they're down. I think I read that.
I don't watch Total Bellas. Once
Me
I found
neither.
out it wasn't a John Cena, Bryan.
Remember how
Danielson
much promise that
sitcom.
had?
Oh man,
That had so much promise.
All the promise.
And even there, that first season had some decent stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted just exclusively 12 episodes of Daniel Bryan and John Cena.
Instead, we got Daniel Bryan sinking to the very depths of his depression over being forced to retire prematurely.
Yeah. Oh, that was difficult.
John Cena would show up on occasion, drink a cup of coffee, drop a one-liner, go back to the gym.
Yep.
That was the extent of it for the most part.
Yeah.
Part when JJ asked him for a favor and Cena looked at him confused. What do you mean?
That was really good.
That was great.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, God.
All I can do is open some doors for you. You have to walk in.
Yeah. Come on, John. Help me out. Put me over.
I know. Put me over.
Put me over, John.
Go to Matt Bloom. Put me over.
Yeah.
I want to wrestle too. It doesn't seem that hard.
Come on, put me over.
So yeah, I guess it's not a huge surprise. Apparently, I guess one of the other reasons that she's looking to, or I guess she is retired now, is they want to grow the Danielson family.
Well, good, man.
At child number 2.
Oh, wow.
And I guess they want to get started on that pretty quick.
Awesome. Well, no time like the present, I guess. He's got that new shirt out. I have to get that shirt. What's up? We have a leak in here?
No, I thought it sounded like it was running. I think my chair is so squeaky.
Yeah, no, we got to get some WD-40.
I think I need to tighten the bolts on it.
Anyway.
A lot of things we got to do. Anyways, you want to do Raw preview, Steve?
Yeah, we'll do
All
Raw
right, I'll
preview.
start it out. What will happen when Triple H comes face-to-face with Bautista?
They're going to fight.
Tonight on Raw, Triple H will stand face-to-face with Bautista 2 weeks after the Animal made a shocking return to attack WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair to get the game's attention. Can the squared circle possibly contain the former Evolution cohorts amidst such volatile circumstances? That's a good sentence. Will Bautista continue to play mind games with the cerebral assassin? That's a well-written entry.
I would think, yes, he will continue to
play mind games with a
play
cerebral
mind games.
assassin, yes.
Anyways. Next, will chaos reign now that Becky has been added to Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania? For months, the intensity surrounding the Raw Women's Championship has been bringing nonstop chaos to Raw. Last night at WWE Fastlane, interference from Ronda Rousey gave Becky Lynch a victory by disqualification over Charlotte Flair, which allowed the man to join the Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania against the baddest woman on the planet and the Queen. Will this result in more bedlam between the three superstars en route to the showcase of the Immortals?
Another good entry. Who will stop Nia Jax and Tamina on the road to WrestleMania? Last night at WWE Fastlane, a very impressive Raw Women's Tag Team Championship defense by Sasha Banks and Bayley was overshadowed by a post-match slaughter.
Whoa, slaughter, wow.
At the hands of their defeated opponents. Nia Jax and Tamina, to make matters worse, the destructive pair also took out WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix before laying out Natalya when the Queen of Hearts came to the aid of her former partner. Will the title holders be out for retribution or move on to their next big challenge? Will Phoenix and Natalya be back for more? Can anyone stop the scourge of Nia and Tamina on the road to WrestleMania?
Yes, somebody can and will, darn it. Next, where will Reigns, Rollins, and Jonathan Good go after the Shield's last ride? Roman Reigns, Seth
One
Rollins.
third is going to All Elite Wrestling.
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and soon to be not signed to WWE contract Jonathan Good triumphed over Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bob Lashley in the Shield's last ride at WWE Fastlane. It's been said that when a door closes, another opens. What will that look like?
That's an interesting question.
How will Rollins gear up for his Titanic WrestleMania clash against Universal Champion Brock Lesnar after Reigns made his triumphant return from his battle with leukemia? Who is the big dog hoping to face on the grandest stage of them all? What's next for Jonathan Good after his historic win by Hounds of Justice?
Who will emerge victorious in Intercontinental title showdown? Last week on Raw, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin overcame Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle in a frenetic six-man tag match. Now, 24 hours after he and his cohorts battled the Shield, Bobby Lashley has an Intercontinental Championship match against Finn Balor,
Balor.
who will walk out of Raw with the Workhorse title on the turbulent road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, that should be a good match.
Yeah, that'll be a good match.
Hopefully that'll main event.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Or it'll open the show, whichever. It's going to be a mess.
No, this will be a 15-minute promo to open the show.
Do you have a good vibe about Raw tonight? I think I've got a good vibe about it because they're finally on the road to WrestleMania for reals now. So they've only got a couple episodes. They got to jam a lot of stuff in there.
Doesn't mean anything.
There are like no matches really set up. Like, well, Seth has his, Becky has hers.
You mean at WrestleMania?
Yeah. Roman doesn't have a match. Jonathan Good doesn't have a match. Finn doesn't have a match. The entirety, Drew, Bobby, Baron don't have matches. Kurt Angle doesn't have a match. Braun doesn't have a match.
You think they know what those matches are yet or
no? But they have to set them up, so there's that. We don't know what's going to happen with these women tag titles.
That's true.
Nobody has matches. Triple H has a match. Bautista has a match. Brie will never have a match again.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. It's entirely possible she'll have another match.
Heck yeah, man.
Maybe.
It'd be a bummer. Not anytime soon if they're going to start. And then,
yeah.
You know, that was my sex sound right
there.
there.
I know.
Has it ever made that sound for you?
Not that I recall.
Doing sex?
Don't recall that sound ever being made. You?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. Well, good for you, I guess.
Let's take some questions.
Sure. Jeffrey Nguyen says, Harlem Heat to the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Favorite tag team of the 90s. Harlem Heat.
Oh, man. Of the 90s?
It was Harlem Heat and Dudley Boys for me. Those are my two favorite tag teams of the 90s.
Were Edge and Christian doing the funny stuff by 2000? Okay. Well,
before 2000, yeah.
I really liked them. I love the Hardy Boys. I think, but here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure Harlem Heat actually might have been on the very first episode of wrestling that I've ever seen. Maybe. Remember when me, Jeff, and Nate took that trip down to Northridge?
Yeah. And his car broke down.
His car broke down. We ended up staying in a cheap motel, like a Motel 6 or something.
Yeah.
And I think what was it? WCW Saturday Night was on.
Yeah.
It was a Saturday, I guess.
Yeah.
And we watched that.
Yeah.
And I think that was like maybe I don't know. I was hanging out with you guys before that. But I seem to recall that was like one of the first times I ever saw it. And I know Harlem Heat was on it. So we go back a long ways.
Yeah, Harlem Heat is great, man. Well deserved.
That was 22 years ago.
I know.
That was a long time
We're old,
ago.
no wonder our memory is failing us.
Most of our audience, when they think 22 years ago, it's like negative years for them.
I know. Joe Juarez, wouldn't it be funny if Taguchi headlines Madison Square Garden? If Coach Taguchi.
It's going to be Ishii versus...
No, Kota Ibushi's totally winning that. Totally winning New Japan Cup. That's why I said whoever wins the Ibushi Naito match is going to win the whole thing.
All right, well, last I checked, you're not in number one place.
Well, I didn't actually submit a bet.
Number one.
Scorpio 85, hey, top guys, how are you feeling? I'm a bit congested.
I'm just a bit tired. And Jeff's coming into town on Friday, so we're going to shoot some new Four Lights episodes. The Captain. Let's see here. So WWE booked this Ronda Charlotte Becky feud so bad in my opinion, but Ronda turning heel was a nice touch. My question is, how would you guys have booked the storyline heading to Mania? Would have you booked it to be a 1-versus-1 match or a triple threat?
I think the biggest issue with it is that it's just they decide to make it way more convoluted than it really needed to be. They want to put these twists and turns to make you think, oh, Becky's not going to be in the match. Even though we all knew Becky was going to be in the match.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're not really effective twists and turns when you know what the outcome's going to be anyways.
Do you think they added Charlotte to that match because they really, really like Charlotte and want her to be part of that historic main event? Or does she actually serving some function in the storyline? Because more often than not, she seems to be like just sort of dancing around the storyline.
Yeah. Well, I think it's we read that bit about them want to make it a triple threat match in case someone gets hurt, and given what happened in the lead up to Survivor Series with Nia Jax inadvertently concussing Becky Lynch, I guess to have that kind of insurance policy is smart.
Yeah.
So if that's one of, if not the primary reason that they made a triple threat, I can understand that.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
I still think that it should have been Charlotte versus Ronda at... oh, wait, no. When did Charlotte versus Ronda happen?
Survivor Series.
That's right.
Still feel like they should have had the rematch.
They should have had the rematch of the Rumble, and then Becky,
Yeah, I mean,
I think
if I had my druthers, it would be 1-on-1 Becky and Ronda.
I think I probably would, too. But
I understand why they put Charlotte in the match.
And I'm not hating on the Charlotte.
No.
A lot of people are hating on that. I'm not hating on that.
No, not at all. Josh Little, if Dean leaves and WWE decides to make Shield 2.0, which current WWE superstar would replace Dean? Cassius Ohno. Bring Ohno into the Shield, just like CM Punk wanted.
Yeah. Let's honor the wishes of a dying man.
Phil Brooks.
I don't think he's dying.
No, I don't think so either.
Underdog 107. What if this whole McMahon family heel family stuff, this whole McMahon family heel stuff is all a way, this whole thing is just a way to bring Linda McMahon back and save the day?
Oh, gosh.
Apparently Underdog thinks it'd be cool to see. I have less than zero desire. I don't have a desire to see any McMahon not named. Well, I actually kind of like Shane now. Although apparently I forgot his Undertaker match. I have no desire to see Linda McMahon. Mm-hmm. These days I have no desire to see Vince.
Yeah.
I'm so iffy on Stephanie.
Yeah.
Shane and Triple H I'm both cool with.
Yeah. Yeah, Linda's kind of busy being like in the cabinet of the president.
She should adopt some of that executive time, man.
Maybe.
So she can do some WWE. Time. They should have Linda head up 205 Live.
There you go. Josh Little, how would you book Boston Hug Connection versus Sky Pirates? Well, they show up at NXT House Show and stood in the ring with the Sky Pirates. Sky Pirates attack, saying we want a chance at those tag team titles.
I guess the bigger question is, how would Sky Pirates, how do they get in on that action? Attacking is number one.
Yeah.
That's number one. But
they make their own statement, yes.
Given that they're good guys, and good guys typically don't
I understand
attack.
That. Just
what's like
New Japan style, they just
two?
go in the ring and challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It really should just be that easy. They don't do that in WWE enough. They always got to have some
really
convoluted reason
often,
for to motivate matches. Sometimes it's a good challenge is enough.
Yeah.
Spirit of competition.
You have that, I want it.
Or you have that, I want to prove I'm worthy of that.
Yeah.
By beating you for that and taking it from you.
But, that's the scenic route to I want that.
Yeah, Josh Little, I think Ricochet and Aleister Black should win both the Raw and NXT tag titles and defend them both WrestleMania weekend. That's a busy weekend for Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Yeah, I would like that, but at the same time, I think that's a lot. I don't know what they're going to do for those guys. Again, I don't know what they're going to do WrestleMania weekend.
They're probably going to fight for the Raw tag title. That seems to be a pretty safe bet.
Boski Gaming. Hey, fellas.
Hi.
If 205 Live did unfortunately get canceled, but WWE wanted to keep the division and the title, how would you book them and what show would they be on?
Wait, sorry.
Make them above brand. The cruiserweights, the cruiserweight division. What if 205 Live got canceled, which I don't think is going to happen. It was number 8 in the ratings this week.
Well, it's up.
And I think it's incredibly cheap for them to produce it. And it keeps like really, really quality wrestlers away from All Elite Wrestling in theory. What brand would they go on? How would you book it?
Send Drew Gulak and Cedric Alexander to SmackDown. Buddy Murphy to Raw. Who else?
Well, isn't there 5 that we like? There's Drew, Buddy, Cedric.
Oh, Tony Nese.
Tony Nese
should go to Raw too.
He's really good. And then isn't there a 5th?
I really like Akira Tozawa.
I like Akira Tozawa.
He can go to Raw too, and then everybody else NXT or NXT UK, like Jack Gallagher, Noam Dar, who I guess is
they should be in NXT
UK.
Yeah, they could be a tag team.
Well, if they wanted to,
they would have to. That's sort of prerequisite. If you go to NXT UK as a solo act, you have to be in a tag team.
Why should they form a tag team since they've been on 205 Live together when individually they can form their own tag teams?
Because they've been on 205 Live together. They know each other.
They've never really interacted.
Haven't they?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, man. That'd be perfect.
No, I don't think
Call themselves 205 Live. Call themselves 205 Live-est.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's going to happen, man. Pretty sure that's not going to happen.
Oh, man. They're both from the UK. That's good enough. Let's see here. Corey Lehner If Kofi gets the title at Mania, could it be the start of the end of the New Day?
No,
I think it'd be the beginning of
a new era.
The beginning of the middle of the New Day.
Yeah,
we've only scratched the surface.
I think the New Day will only end when they retire.
I hope so. I hope that's the case.
Me too.
Let's see here. Matt Hill, in a soon-to-be Match of the Year candidate, Colt Cabana versus Yano. Who you got? It's got to be Yano, but it is going to be a Match of the Year candidate.
Yeah, it's got to be Yano.
The levels of comedy I expect are going to be
off the charts,
magnifique.
Off the charts.
Jamie Sahum, who would you like to see retire? Curtis Angle. I mean, I personally would love it to be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that'd be good. Trying to think like his greatest rivals in his heyday in WWE.
Brock, Cena.
Brock, Cena would both be good. Or Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, yeah, but I don't want to see him wrestle again.
Yeah, same here. But given like in the storyline, it should totally be Baron Corbin. Storyline wise, it should totally be Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
it makes all the sense in the world.
You're probably right, which is sad. But I mean, storyline wise, should we base that off of like a really bunk story? Baron Corbin is general manager.
That's
like that's. I feel like that's rewarding a bad story. That's rewarding bad creative.
I mean, they've done that before.
The Thing from Under the Ring. With such a big roster now, how many multi-person tag team tag team matches?
Did you see the list of apparently leaked Mania? The Mania card has like 15 matches on it, and most of them were, like
hey man,
triple threat.
We have to
four quarters or fatal four ways.
We have to spend this next less than a month now, making that a bit more comfy.
No, we really didn't talk about something that happened over the weekend.
What happened? Over
Gallows
the
and Anderson not re-signing.
Oh man, that's right. That's big news.
Yeah, that is huge news. I just recalled.
So they have, according to
it was PW Insider, I thought.
Was it PW Insider?
I thought it was. That initially broke the story.
Well, go find that out.
Yeah, do some more questions.
All right, so we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
This is great. The Lurker says, should WWE make a new title for wrestlers that appear on Main Event? It would be better than putting in random matches for an hour-long show. So should EC3 be the current champion of Main Event?
No.
Every show, yes. Every show should have its own title. No. Absolutely.
No.
Of course.
Considering Main Event is like 90% recaps now.
It'll be like...
it was PW Insider's Mike Johnson. Apparently, they turned down multi-million-dollar deals up to 5 years apiece. Their contracts they have now expire in September, and this is from a Bleacher Report recap of it. And apparently, their intent now is to leave, but obviously things could change.
It's I think it ends in September, right? Is that what it says?
September, yeah. And then Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful tweeted this. He says, sources I spoke to within WWE were actually surprised about the Anderson and Gallows news and had expected them to re-sign because of Anderson specifically expressing how happy he was to get more time with his family. But don't people in WWE realize that if you sign with All Elite, you're probably going to get even more time with your family because they're not going to do a full road schedule?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it works, man. I mean, that's your speculation.
Yeah, it is. I imagine they'll do, some house shows, but I doubt they're going to be on the road 200 days a year.
I have no idea.
Do you think the Young Bucks are on the road 200 days a year now?
I don't know.
I don't think they are.
I don't know. I have no idea. I know those dudes are hustling a lot.
No, yeah, they work their tails off, no doubt. But I don't know if they're on the road 200 days a year.
I mean, you're probably right, but I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
I just feel like a lot of times WWE takes their talent, the fact that they're WWE for granted. Or they think, well, we're WWE, we can offer them the most money, and this WWE, and Anderson's happy to be home as opposed to working in Japan, so he gets to see his family more, so they'll re-sign.
It's mind-boggling to me. I mean, my thing is this. It's just, Sanity, I half understand. They're a really, really well-packaged team, and there's a lot of talent there. But Sanity, I kind of understand because they have like a Wyatt vibe, and they never really got the Wyatts right.
No.
But the club, there's so much money. Yeah. I don't understand. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind why you wouldn't put them with Finn or why you wouldn't put them with AJ. It boggles my mind. Factions are so easy. Like, you just stick guys there, and then they're on TV, and they get exposure, and everybody loves cool factions. How much money did they leave on the table by not doing a full-on club
faction. Yeah, tons.
Faction.
Tons.
All the cool shirts they could, like if they had cooler logos. I know they had that gas mask one, but it was never really iconic. You know, the problem was they gave it a blue trim. If they'd kept it black and white and made it look like
a Bullet Club ripoff, yeah.
Well, not even necessarily that. Like a spray paint stencil.
Yeah.
You know?
So Bullet Club ripoff.
Bullet Club is kind of, but there's no mess in Bullet Club. You know what I'm talking about? Like spray paint mess?
Yeah, I know, but
there's none of that on the logo.
Like the font is a stencil for Bullet Club.
It feels
like it could easily be a stencil.
Yeah, there's some wear. You're right. There is some wear.
Yeah,
You're right.
there is. But no like paint drips or anything like that.
Paint drips, stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand.
And you make them just super cool, dominant. Man, those shirts would have sold tons.
Instead, they have the brand draft, and they find out they're
It's simple.
They're going different brands backstage.
You put Finn and AJ together, you put the club together, and you got an Undisputed. Look at how great Undisputed is. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple. You literally have the best of Bullet Club right there. It's so simple.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing over there, man.
It's so simple.
They don't know what they're doing.
And they don't. They leave them in the freaking, like in the weird bowels of the arena, like with the colognes. Insanity during that one like Survivor Series lead.
I know.
It's so simple.
I know.
And now you're surprised? Oh man. You're surprised?
They go months between their matches on TV and you're surprised they don't want to re-sign.
Guess what? Some people enjoy the process of working.
Yeah.
Some people wrestlers enjoy wrestling. Are you kidding me? Hey, let's give you one episode of Botch Club. Hey, here's an idea. Let's rip off Botchamania and give you guys that for an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's make you guys these super corny cheeseball guys on Botch Club as opposed to like, oh, give me a break. They left so much money on the table. Put Bullet Club together and then do like a Civil War thing. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot they could have done. They didn't do any of it. Money on the table, man.
What the hell?
They don't know what they're doing over there.
Golly, I don't know, man. It's hard not to yell about that shit because you have a wealth, just so much to work with, and then you do bullshit.
You do nothing with it. Drop the ball. Wayne Maker says he just got back from the pub, had a couple of pints, and sold some merch. He says, didn't I? Like he's asking a question about it. Had a couple of pints and sold some merch, didn't I? I don't know. You tell me, Wayne Maker.
It's a British parlor.
Now, he asked anybody else wants a shirt.
Just let me read this in Wayne Maker voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got back from the pub. I had a couple of pints and sold some merch, didn't I? And if you mugs want a T-shirt, whose T-shirt?
All right,
is this Wayne Maker's T-shirt?
Is this Wayne Maker merch? Are you selling unlicensed Wayne Maker Fun Wrestling merch?
I'll buy a Wayne Maker shirt.
Yeah, I'd buy a Wayne Maker
What
shirt.
merch is he talking about? It's Monday. Well, now it's Monday early evening over there.
Yeah, it's
11,
about 6
12,
o'clock.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Quarter after
5,
6. Scorpio 85. Am I wrong when I say Charlotte still shouldn't be in the match with Becky and Ronda because she's been in the main event scene since 2015, kind of? It doesn't bother me. I still, I would have preferred. I've been saying this from the beginning of the one-on-one Becky and Ronda, but I've enjoyed Charlotte's, for the most part, Charlotte's performance in this whole thing where she's kind of existing above the fray.
Yeah,
kind of egging everybody on. I've kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, I like Charlotte. I'm fine with her in the main event. I think it's gonna feel, after all this business, it's gonna feel like a big fight feel.
And also with her in the main event, if they decide to have Ronda go over, it's gonna be Charlotte who taps out, and it's not gonna be Becky.
Yeah, it'd be a bummer though. Anything that isn't Ronda. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ronda tapping out to Becky. It's probably going to feel underwhelming.
Well, here's the thing. If it doesn't happen at Mania, it's going to happen some point down the line.
You think?
It's going to happen at SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
Sammy Garcia. Hey, Fred, I thought I was off today, but apparently I read my schedule wrong, so I came in 2 hours late. Came in 2 hours late, but still listen to the live stream.
Oh, that's the worst
feeling.
I
get a say yeah? What?
Yeah.
Worst feeling when you...
That sucks.
Yeah.
Thought I had it. Thought I was chilling today.
And then, nope, got to work.
Thought I was just relaxing. And then oh, man. And then somebody calls, hey, where you at?
What?
Hey, Sammy, where you at?
What do you mean, where am I? Day off.
Oh, man, look at your schedule. You're supposed to be here today.
Oh, dang.
Customers are lining up. What's the code for the register?
I don't know. I'll have to. There's a book with all the information in it. Go look it up.
Yeah, Sammy's got a book with the info. Come on, Sammy, get it together.
Yeah.
He also asked, will the club get a push? Push out the door.
Pushing All Elite Wrestling.
We forgot to talk about this too. Ben Espinoza points out. I lost it, but he pointed out the Fox wanting edgier, non-PC WWE content.
That was a rumor, but I mean, people were.
That's all we talk about here on the show. What do you translate that? What do you think that means? Back to the Attitude Era. See, I think people sort of blow that one out of proportion. I don't think they want bra and panty patches.
No,
bra and panties matches. People.
No, I don't think so either.
I think probably what they want to see.
Hopefully, what it means by edge. This is what I kind of hope it means. Like WWE needs to update their presentation.
Yeah.
Because by and large, how they shoot stuff, how they frame stuff, how they orchestrate their angles in terms of how it's presented on TV is largely unchanged from how they did in the 80s.
I would speculate.
The production value is a bit better, but they still have a lot of stand-up interviews, a lot of stand-up promos.
Yeah.
Update your stuff. Fly on the wall, documentary style. Make it look more visually interesting.
I think my read on that was give the product more a sense of urgency. Because right now when you watch it, it's just a mellow 3-hour broadcast. You know, it's like, oh, let's just sit back for 3 hours and watch a bunch of recaps and then matches that usually, can be a long time. And then these really boring backstage segments. Everything you just said. It's the stuff that they're still doing from the 1980s.
Yeah.
And they need to mix it up a little bit.
You see like when the Usos do their promos underneath the arena where it's all smoky and there's atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think if they focus on stuff that's a little more stylized, and I understand that it takes more time to shoot day of. But nonetheless, it would greatly benefit the product.
Yeah,
even how they do things. I don't really always like the press conferences they do in NXT because they're so phony. Mm-hmm. But it's a different feel, and it feels more vibrant than just someone standing in a room talking for no reason. Why is there a camera there?
Oh, I know. That's the thing. Like, look, you need to make, if you want this to be more like and because we've also heard that maybe they want like a real sports-ish broadcast looking thing. And I think I honestly think you can have it both ways. Like, you want it to make sense. They're not going to let, like LeBron giving his speech to his teammates. I mean, sometimes they let cameras in the locker room.
Yeah.
But it's motivated.
Yeah.
If somebody's in the back locker room doling out secrets and strategy, there's not going to be a camera guy there. And why aren't you doing more with the club?
Yeah, I know. Sammy Garcia says, I'm a Coca-Cola merchandiser, by the way.
Well, you got to get on that merchandising, man. Maybe you need to hook up with Waymaker because he's selling merch also.
At the pub, apparently, yeah.
Down at the pub.
Yeah.
Go hit up the pub, have a couple pints, and then sell some of that Coca-Cola merch with the Waymaker merch.
Yes.
You know, evidently he's got a table there.
Going back to the Fox thing, though, it wouldn't surprise me. Not that they're going to go back to the full-on Attitude Era or even Ruthless Aggression type storylines. But for me, edgier doesn't necessarily mean salacious. It just means, I guess, more mature, but that could be construed as just giving us characters with more complex motivations. Mm-hmm. It's not so
better.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And things don't have to be so strictly good and bad. Yeah. Shades of gray, as we saw in the Attitude Era, that worked wonderfully. Mm-hmm. Where Stone Cold was top face in the company, but he had no problems going out there and just beating the hell out of somebody.
I started listening to the Something to Wrestle about Austin's 1997.
Oh, yeah.
It's good so far.
Yeah.
Nothing like revelatory or anything.
Yeah.
It's just, as you would suspect, they were behind the curve on understanding that people were taking Austin as a babyface when he started cutting promos on Bret Hart. They were like, people are starting to get over Bret Hart, but he was like, we didn't realize until way too late. Oh, they just don't. They have no idea what they're doing, man.
You think
they're bringing Bruce Pritchard back. He's openly admitting, we didn't know what we're doing.
I know.
Let's bring that guy back.
You think in the Attitude Era, especially, they really have their pulse on the zeitgeist of the mid to late 90s. No, it was forced upon them. Completely forced upon them.
Exactly. Sheer desperation.
And it really is history repeating itself. I mean, Vince thinks since he created essentially Hulk Hogan that he can create any superstar he wants and make him face the company. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I mean, they tried it with Diesel. I guess that kind of worked, but people love Sid too. They really want to see Sid at the top of the company. Sid had the organic push behind him.
Yeah, he did. That's what people wanted. Is more Sid.
More Sid. Hell yeah, you want more Sid. But then, if what we've heard for years is be believed, they didn't want Daniel Bryan main event WrestleMania. It's forced upon him.
Yeah, But at the same time, they've hired that guy so many times.
Yeah, that's not to say they don't like him.
Yeah.
I'm really
curious.
like him,
I'm really
doubtful.
curious what they originally saw in him, what their vision of Daniel Bryan was. Because
Well, you
they
go back
kept
to
on bringing him back. It's like he choked. He almost killed the guy.
They fire him, they brought him back.
brought him back like moments later.
Well, it's like when they signed AJ Styles. AJ's been a champion all over the world, everywhere he's been, and they signed him on, and they had no plans for him to ever be champion.
Yeah.
Vince just wanted to be, what, Pitbull?
Pitbull.
Which I assume just means go out there and put on good matches.
See,
Be
I
intense.
interpret that to mean Vince wanted to put him on a dog suit. That's like his actual.
Oh, could be. Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Here's the
gotcha,
thing: we have no
gotcha.
pit bulls here. And AJ's thinking, "Oh man, I really need
It's
to
a
be,
mentality.
I need to be reaching that brass ring. I need to be extra aggressive. I really need to show people what I'm about." In Vince's mind, he wanted him to go to creative services.
He wanted to go to Party City and buy a
Right.
Scooby-Doo costume.
Yeah. Exactly. Got this idea: a pit bull character. Yeah.
What, you mean like an attitude?
And
No, an anthropomorphic pit bull.
And then when you're done with your match, I want you to do the dog crap walk when you lean over, but you can't get the crap out.
So you're rubbing your asshole on the ring to try and get that last piece of poo-poo off.
I saw one of my dogs do that the other day. I thought it was great. I thought, that's a wrestler.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, man. Oh, that's going to the best of.
All right, that's a good way to end the show, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good enough way to end the show.
Patrons, stick around for Overrun. $1 and up today.
Today's Monday. We got some space news. We're going to look at space news.
Oh, do you actually have space news?
No, but I'll look it up. I'll research
All right.
it and look out in the cosmos.
Sounds good.
See what's going on
We
out
got
there.
non-news too, wrestling stuff. So
Yeah.
stick around.
And remember, listen, if you're listening to this in the audio realm, be sure to leave us a comment, rating, or review. It really helps boost the exposure of the show. And hit us up on the Patreon. In fact, here's an ad for our Patreon. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.